Alright, here we go. Hot lap in Brazil. So let's do this. Alright, so coming across the start finish light, DRS enabled and braking right around there. Heading into the first of the couple of center chicanes. Oh, fuck. Well, screw that up. We're gonna try and restart the lap. So basically, we're gonna be doing this series for a bit. We're gonna do a couple of hot laps, maybe do a career mode. I don't know. Alright, hit that first apex, get a nice entry out to the long straight. This Mercedes engine roaring up. Hit DRS. Crossing the line at about 200 miles an hour. Hitting that first apex. Oversteering a bit as we exit the chicane. And we are behind Alex for whatever that is. Nicely done. Hit that second apex there as you come out wide. And this is a tricky corner, pretty long, and the car. Then we come to this little twisty, like kind of stadium section without a stadium. And we come across. We're already a 10th up on my personal best. Hit that apex. A little bit of oversteer there. Hit DRS where we're like 350. Alright, not bad. 1.847. Let's try. New leaderboard position 5. Oh, I didn't get to see it. I think it was 105.26. Alright. I'm gonna try that name, except I'm gonna brake a little bit earlier for the center chicanes. That way I can get a better exit. It's almost like an overtake maneuver. Might be slower, but you gotta try some things in life. Alright. One thing I do look at though is my opponents line to see where if they're faster. We're gonna brake a little bit earlier.
1 minute 8.4.
That does not work. Alright. We're gonna go a couple more times and we might switch tracks. I don't know. Suzuka is one of my best tracks. The Suzuka short version. I'm around top 600 in there. Maybe might have changed though. I don't know. Alright. Coming across. And the lap begins. There we go. Hitting that apex beautifully. We're still somehow slower. Alright, hit that apex, the second apex. This track is about consistency. And it's that wrecked our lap. Unless we could pull off a miracle on this. Well, TCS is off. Alright, we're gonna be trying a new track. One that I have not done in time trial. We are gonna be doing Spain. Not the most fun track in the world, but it's test bed. So, let me explain the series a bit. We are going to be doing time trials. If you have ever watched Jimmy Broadbent, then you know he'd do like certain lap times and like tracks and R factor and that sort of course. We are basically going to be doing that in F1 2018 and hopefully 2019 once I get it. So yeah, top car, usually probably going to be using Mercedes or Red Bull or Ferrari. I try and be as quick as I can. I don't know if it's realistic cars or it's all equal, but yeah. I usually run a high downforce setup here, maybe 9-8 wings, somewhere like that, depending on like what I'm feeling, what the car is. How I usually do low anti-roll bars because, like like the turn 3 section, the long receding like corner. I do not. I have ABS as like the only. That is the only assist I use. We do want a bit of responsiveness though to come across the little chicane. So yeah. All right. This is what I'm talking about. This little chicane. It's a lot of responsiveness needed. You don't want to roll the back end too much there though. So. All right. The wheel I use is a Fanatec CSL Elite F1 wheel. Alright. Hit that apex. Went into a bit of the grass there, took a bit too much curbing. And brake for those corners. I usually like to hit that corner wide, then come back in because of the way it is. That corner right there usually can wreck or complete your entire timed lap on this game. Usually if you have like a high suspension, like an 8 or like a 9, you can usually, it's really easy to catch not the loser back end, not be able to catch it. So but I usually run high suspension just because of, like I said, a lot of the responsive corners that you would need them for, except this one. But alright, so we're doing better than we did last time. Took some curb back there. Alright, let's try and do better on this one. I avoided the curb there. Lost a lot of time though. So here we go. Into this little hairpin break around the middle part, maybe about like 75 meters. That did not do too good. Coming to this little tricky section right there. Usually goes uphill. Giant curb sticking out basically, so we have not done a complete lap yet, so I'm kind of mad, but we will get through it. Alright, doing about 200 coming down the straight before. Usually when I hit my braking points, I usually like to swing out wide a bit, just like I get like a more wide turn, just like so I can tighten it up a bit more. I will usually run off onto the curb like before a split second or somewhere near it, and then come across. Usually when I downshift in the corner, I learned that like when I use lower gears, it helps eliminate understeer when you're at high speed, so I usually try and do that. That's why I might be downshifting a bit when we go through corners. That was a bit. You lost the car there. There we go. Missed the apex by a mile though. There's the giant. That was the curb. That corner right there can either make or break your entire lap time. It is so difficult to get. As we come down to the little chicane section, and oh, that went well. But yeah, we're gonna try this 2 more times. If it doesn't, I'll do it hot lap somewhere else. Somewhere where I just like doing short tracks, cause like mainly just like a lot more quicker. Like usually less or more downforce. I usually like going either fast or faster to the corners. I don't really. That's why I really liked Brazil. It was short and required high downforce, so I could. Meanwhile, this is long with high downforce. Alright. Nearly lost the back of the end of the car there. Just let the car swing out wide. That way I can just like get more speed. Hit that apex right there. I don't know why they made the default ghost so slow though. Right? They should have made it get at least like the ghost of like the lowest person on the leaderboard. That's what I think they should do. I mean, like, it might offend the person who like did so bad they would end up on the back, but at least be somewhat of a use. And I'm not saying in any way that I'm good. I am almost, I guess I'm decent at this. Alright, anyway. Alright, don't mess this up. There we go. This corner right here, back in the games with the skinny like cars like 2014, 2015, 2016, that corner was difficult because like the lever was less grip. Alright. 19,000, I'm gonna try and change that. Let's get into 18,000 on the leaderboard. Alright, swing the car wide. And, yep, 6,000 places above me. Why not? Alright. I do not really mess around with my differential or brake bias, mainly because I usually like the way they are. Like, I do know what they're for. Like, brake bias, like, helps either understeer or create oversteer, and differential creates traction coming out of corners, or like I guess into corners. But I do not like messing with them, mainly because I like doing, and I lifted up there, so. And we are getting beaten by my ghost, so we're just gonna try and get. Shift down to second gear. There we go. Alright, we beat it by a bit. Not too much though. 118,621. Alright, 19,000. We gained about maybe, I don't know, a couple spots on the leaderboard. Alright, next track. What I'm thinking is we might do a couple. We will do Canada. That might be our last one. Just so we have more fresh things. More like tracks fresh. I tried doing this track before I recording with the Scuderia Ferrari. Obviously Canada 2019. Get some revenge, if you will. But yeah. And coincidentally, the corner where Vettel got his 5-second penalty, that is actually where I lost the back end and screwed up my lap, so. But yeah, we will be using the setup from that. Possibly a bit less downforce, because Mercedes, I think, just better has better downforce, but like with less drag. So like less drag, more downforce, I don't know. Alright, so why did I do that? Alright. Setup. What am I running? I'm usually running, that's what I mean. I do not mess around with that, cause like mainly cause I don't really know. Because I feel like the anti-roll bars, like this can't, the toe in and toe out, I already feel like the anti-roll bar does like enough of that, like stiffens it up, makes the car roll less, or like more responsive. So I do not tend to mess with those, because I just don't know what I'm doing. So, but yeah. Alright, do the Wall of Champions, chicane, here we go, lap 1. Take it wide, down to second gear. One relatively short around that corner. And we already beating my personal best. Right there, usually I will end up going onto the red just a tiny bit, not the curving part, but like the section around it. And I just find that unsettles the car, so I try to avoid it sometimes, but that corner can really catch you out. That corner can either make or break, because it's just like blind and really fast through the hairpin. Took a wide exit just so I can get tidy up because of the little kink in the road after that, because that can either break your traction or help you a lot. So But yeah. Alright, 109.396. We're gonna try and beat that. That one. We went a little too wide. Alright, so we got the 3 silver arrows. Usually I will end up going into the red section, like right by the wall though. I try to avoid that because usually if I hit the wall, it will say like invalid lap time for hitting a wall, so I've tried to clean my racing in like sections but a lot. That's what I usually mean though, cause like when you're going through that section, it's really hard to find a perfect breaking point between balance and like being able to carry speed through that corner. I usually try and either brake really like late or early for that. Let's just forget about that section, but yeah. I usually brake early because I feel I can get more responsiveness and like carry more speed out of the corner. Like the golden rule of racing is like slow in, fast out. But yeah, it's really a fun track because it's pretty difficult even though it says easy. But it can be difficult if you're like trying to push yourself on the limits because of all these like high curving, like, but like it's pretty wide too. They're almost like sausage curves like at Monza, except really flat. Yeah. Second DRS zone. This under the bridge. Let's try not to track extend. There we go. We're gonna try and go a little bit early on the brakes just so we can. There we go. Make the corner. There we go. We're 3/10 ups on our personal best. Yeah, so coming down this long straight by the lake, I think that's where the Olympics were for rowing. Could be wrong. We're 4/10 up, like, let's see where we are. We are 1 minute 08.
Was at 1:08.9.
Not bad, so we are 780th place, not too bad. My best track though is the one I will take you to next, you guys. That is Japan Short. You might be thinking it's a bit cheap because it's a short track, but it is a really difficult track because it's not the full track, so you don't have any other like place to make up time for, like on the straight or like through 130R or like the spoon curve or like through the hairpin. You don't have any of that stuff, so I find it more difficult on a short track because there's less places for you to make time, but there's a small chance that you will gain time. Let's check my setup. Where am I? Top 275 out of. I guess I know why I might be, because I am a wheel player, and wheel players generally have the better advantage because like they have more responsiveness and like the game doesn't set parameters for where they will steer, like unlike a controller, because I was a controller player. So like basically like you see I can hairpin like all I want and like it's smooth, but usually when you're on a controller it will be like slow and jerky. But yeah, back to the lap. Alright. I ran with like, I think 11, 10 wings. I could be wrong. I'm not going to try and do anything too quick. Just trying to get acquainted to Actually, yeah, a lot of these corners are really easy to mess up, because all of them lead into the next one. Then you got this really, really tricky corner right there because you got the wall right there, so you can't go too fast through there. But yeah, I don't know how that's fast lap, but yeah, so through turn 1. This is where I usually lost the back end because I would carry a lot of speed. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go in and change this setup because this is an old setup. I did not know too much about the anti-roll bars. What I learned is from I forget what it is. Oh, Assetto Corsa is that the rear anti-roll bar is there to like help kind of rotate the car. So I'm gonna add a bit more just for a bit more responsiveness. Maybe like I might do 10-8 or not 10-8, 11-8, just like depending on how much responsiveness I need, because the more responsive it is, like the less longitudinal traction you'll have. So basically it means like the car will start to like understeer, and so through a long corner like Catalunya, for example, the long turn 3 section, that car will start to fade out. Yeah, not too bad. Can't tell if I downshifted there though. One of my favorite things to do though is with the classic cars. And one of my favorite cars to do here is the 2009 Braun GP01 or the Red Bull RB6. Sorry if I talk a lot. I'm just a little bit energetic. You know what I mean. But yeah, Japan, I think, is a really good track. It's a good track on the calendar. However, back in like 2018, 2017 with the wider cars, I did think it was a bit hard to overtake because of like all the outwash from like the wider cars, and because like the general nature of the track, because a lot of corners leading to the next, so you have people like having to lift a lot because to get some like clean air. But yeah, so I was 22nd. I was 22nd here. In terms of lap times, I always do find it hard to basically try and match what you do. I'm sorry. I always find it hard to match your original time, like if it's great, because like you kind of were in a rhythm. You were probably playing for a while, so you got into a rhythm. But yeah, so we will use my setup, which was, I think, I'm not too sure, 9 wings, somewhere like that. 9, like 11, 10, yeah. So we're gonna, front ride height was ridiculous, because if you have a force feedback wheel, especially a strong one, you will usually feel the bumps a lot. Sorry if I'm stuttering, someone's trying to text me. But yeah, you will feel a lot of bumps, and like the wheel feels like it's about to explode, just basically on the sound. But yeah, if you turn down the force feedback settings a lot, it will do that. And but yeah, so through that corner, just trying to get reacquainted. How did I get that fast? Did I run like with no wings? That has not gone well. Okay, we're gonna do this again. I want to try and end this day on a good note. Is either this car is not known for traction, I guess, and it is pretty slow in a straight line, like, but back then it was really fast because you could actually change the gear ratio, so this thing probably go like, I don't know, maybe 215, 220. But max this thing can do is, like, I've tested it, is like maybe around 193, 200. That's the corner that usually messes me up because it's like a long corner, so all the anti-roll bar I use in the beginning soon like turn against me. I don't know why I was moving around so much, but we're 7/10 down behind my best. I don't know. I was, I guess, on fire then because like this is like a lot I can manage. Second down. We might try Mexico in this car after. Actually, no. We'll do it in mono cars. We did it. I tried it in the F2004 Ferrari, but like probably a lot of you know, that car is ridiculously fast in a straight line. We all know that, but in corners, it does not do too well. Like, I get it, it's probably a car, it's a car from the 2000 era, when you didn't have all these, like, really giant rear wings and the big front wings and all the, barge boards and side pods and, like, ridiculous, like, confusing floors. No, it was a bit simpler back then. I like that. It was a lot closer racing, but one thing I did find confusing, though, people always said, a lot closer racing, more overtakes. I looked at a graph I found on Instagram, probably lies, but in 2018 there was like 1,000 overtakes, and like 2006 I think there was like 243. I don't know, but it was weird because people are always talking about, complaining about all these overtakes, like how it's so much easier to overtake because of DRS. That might be because did I not switch tracks? Oh my god. Alright. I'll stop talking for a second. Alright, this will be the final track. Because it is about 3 in the morning. So, yeah. Alright. And this is a live recording. Alright, Mexico City stadium section right there. Always nice to look at. It's one of my favorite tracks too, mainly because you can carry so much speed through those couple of those like chicane, I guess. We'll add a bit more downforce just. Alright. We had a bit more anti-roll bar in the back. Just so we can get the car rotated a bit. The extra winglets are proving to be a bit of a disadvantage for us because we're already around a 10th down. Oh boy. Alright, not looking too good, but we'll carry on. We'll break a bit early for here because of the... Oh yes! Alright, so this is the S's I'm talking about, that I provided the extra downforce here. Because this is... The neck bending G-forces through there are ridiculous. But yeah. Might have been a track extend there. You won't tell anybody about that. But yeah, cross the line, 1:15.384. We'll try and beat that because I will 12,000, like 500 on the board. I will try and change that. There we go. I think I might have crossed over the track a bit though. I don't know. Watch out. Brake a bit early. Ooh, lost the back end. Got a little too antsy on the track, the throttle. Went a bit too deep through the corner. Nearly lost the back end though. It was going really fast. I were too brake really early for that. Four tenths up. 1:14.918. That's a lot better than I expected it would be. 9,000. So the thing I like though is if you gain like a lot, like tenths, it feels so much better because the reward is so much higher. You get like 3,000 places up. Ah, damn it. Alright, let's do it. Burnout. If there's one thing I am good at, it's creating smoke. Alright, we'll try this again. Alright, one last time. Actually, no, we'll do it a couple more times. I want to push myself. I'm thinking of I might do some on Twitch. But yeah, here we go. Front, you know what, we'll try and change the differential up to 80 just so we can get, we'll keep it staying through here, but yeah, that traction helps through there. I will add a bit more as we're coming through here, which is a lot more traction because it's a lot more slow corners. We went a bit wide there, but came back cleanly for the second apex. Now we got high speed. We were 7 tenths up at one point just now. I usually brake a bit more, maybe about like a front wing length before that little braking, those little curbs, mainly because I feel like I can carry a lot more speed through it. Watch out. Just get a nice view. Mercedes F1 car. It looks really fast, like when it's not going fast. I know that's probably what the FIA had when they made the rule changes for 2017. Makes the cars look fast, and they did go fast with some problems with overtaking, but I mean, we're gonna have boring races. That's a part of F1, but if you look at it now, like simpler front wing, like all these aero changes is so much fun to watch, especially with Austria. Max Verstappen like catching, like a lot of Ferrari fanboys might get mad, but it was not worth of a penalty. Like, I might sound like we're coming up 3 tenths ahead on our personal best. 1:14.5. Not bad. Alright, we are in 6,000. That's what I'm talking about. I was originally like 9,000th, I think, or 7,000th. I gained 1,000 places with 3 tenths. Alright, yeah, coming through this little chicane. That chicane can either make or break your lap because it's coming off a high-speed section and going into another high-speed section with the second and only second and last DRS straight there. Oh my! But yeah, like I'm saying, second and last DRS straight. So if you mess that up, you're probably messing up your entire lap. It's besides the those S's, those high-speed S's. Those can either make or those two corners I think can either make or break your corner, your lap, because they're both coming off of long speed. They're both high speed, except the chicane, but it's coming off of high speeds. Oh my god! All right, well, just ridiculous. But yeah, I do like how the sound has been improved on this game though. Apart from last year, I don't even know what those cars sound like. They sound like weird flying spaceships a bit, like yeah, McLaren, that was definitely one of them. Renault, yeah, those are. There we go, much cleaner. We'll try and come off to the little curbing a lot more cleaner. Turned in a bit early there just so we could. One of the reasons why I do that is because it's like almost a double apex. Not double apex, but lost a lot of time through there. I lifted a bit because I felt the rear end was losing grip. Probably should have added a bit more differential there just because the nature of that. It's a really slow corner. Well, it's a corner because you're going from a chicane, well, a weird chicane to two chicanes, I guess. No, just one chicane. Quick math. But yeah, so coming through the. Yes, there we go. All right, caught it. We might be able to make up that time lost. Hit that little bump there. Usually on a settle course, if you hit that bump, your run is over. Cause of oh yes. Now we're cooking. I told you we would make it. $90. Oh my god, what was that? Well, I think that's our run. Let's just do a celebratory burnout for the fans. Because I'm in Mercedes, might do a Lewis Hamilton impression. Best fans around the world. Might as well give them something to look at. Enjoy my 7,000th world title. Mercedes, the only constructor left in the sport, as they ran everybody out of business. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow, basically, for the next time trial video.